Good morning, children. How are you all? Hope you all might be fine and safe. So, today, children, in moral science, we will read about the generosity. What do we understand by generosity? It means thinking of others. So, when we think of others and we do give and receive freely without any expectation, so that is also called generosity. That means when we don't expect anything in return from anyone and give to that person then anything, that is called the act of generosity. We will do reflection today of generosity. So generosity, what it is? Generosity is sharing. That means when we share our things with others, it is showing we care for and love someone. When we care and love for someone, that is called generosity. When a person is generous, it touches the hearts of others and they too wish to be generous. So when we see a generous person, the person who is caring for others, those who are loving others, then what happens? On seeing that person, we also want to be generous like him. So generosity begins by identifying a person or a group that deserve help. So how we can be generous? When we will see a person who wants help from us, then we can be generous to that person. Okay, we can help that person. Depending on what they need, we share our time, knowledge and money with them. So we will see that what that person needs. If he needs time, we will give our time to that person, then we will be generous to him. If he wants knowledge and we know anything, we can share our knowledge with that person. And suppose he does not have money, then what we can do? We can give some money to him. In that case also we can be generous. Sometimes we may want to practice generosity just to bring joy to others. So sometimes what may happen, that we want to practice generosity, then what will happen at that time? So that why we want to be generous, and that being generous, it will bring joy to others. Like suppose by giving a friend a small gift, so when we will give our friend a small gift, then we will see that person, he becomes very happy, our friend, it becomes very happy. Then at that time we will get joy seeing the person happy. Then generous people never look for anything in return for their generosity. So people who are generous, they don't want that anything the other person will give in return. If suppose we have given to that person, it is not that that person will also give us. Then they give just to bring joy and happiness to others. So they want that there is the person, he has happiness in him, he is enjoying his day, he is enjoying himself. Then so they are generous, and seeing that the person also, he also becomes happy, he is, enjoys the sight. So when we act generously, we feel happy inside. Now let us see here what happens here. There are different people, those who are generous, they are helping others in different ways. One man has fallen, they are picking his, the other man, he is picking him up, then taking him, is not able to walk, he is taking him, helping the other person. In the sixth picture, what do we see? Person giving money. Then in the seventh picture, what do we see? Person is not able to go up, he is raising him up. So there a person, he is have uh, suffering with heat, then the other person is sharing umbrella with him. Okay, so in this ways we can be generous to others. Now see in this picture. So here when we are generous, we, what happens in this case? So in this case, when a person is generous, it touches the hearts of others and they too also want to be generous. Now see, in this, it is, generosity is showing that we care for and love someone. When a person is generous, he touches the hearts of others and the others also want to be like him. Now see here. The world is full of nice people. If you can't find one, be one. So here you can see a man. He is giving his slippers to an okay. So in this picture, first picture, what do we see? The man, he is giving his slipper to a poor girl who is not having slippers, and he has given her without caring for himself. So he is showing an act of generosity. In the other one, you can see a man, he is very thirsty. Other boy, he is giving him water to drink. So he is showing his act of generosity. Now see here in this, always help someone. You might be the only one that does. So in this case, see the girl. She is giving her water, okay, from the bottle to the people, those who are thirsty. She is not caring about herself. She is giving to the people, those who are thirsty. She is showing the kind act of generosity in this case. Then let's see the other picture also. See, the strongest people make time to help others. So we have read about that. Depending on what they need, we share our time. So see here, the strongest people make time to help others even if they are struggling with their own problem. So here what you see, the child, he is not thinking about himself but giving food to the other child who is hungry. He is also showing the act of generosity. He's a very generous boy. Then, wait. The next picture also we will see about generous people. Now see, in this case, depending upon what they need, what he is doing, he is sharing his knowledge with his colleagues. He is knowing and then sharing his knowledge with the colleagues. Now we can give our money also, donate money. Then the person, he wants money, then we can give our money and we can be generous. So here you can see a man, he is helping the other man go up. He is not caring about himself that he will fall down, but he is trying to pull that man up so that he can also climb upside. So thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. So what we understand that happiness, it never ends or it does not become less when we are sharing our happiness. Happiness, it increases. When we see other people happy, we also feel like being happy and they give just to bring what we are doing. We are helping others, we are being generous, then we share joy and happiness with others and we feel happy inside. Now we will read the memorize. To give and to be generous are attributes of mine. Well is it with him who adorneth himself with my attributes. So this is, see here, the above quotation tells us that one of the attributes of God is generosity. So in this case, what do we understand? That one of the attributes of God, it means that one of the quality of God is generosity. God is also generous. So God has said that to give and to be generous are attributes of mine. That means when we give to others and when we are generous, then we start acting as in the way God has taught us. So well is it with him who adorneth himself with attributes of mine. So those who practice generosity are blessed by being adorned with one of the attributes of God. That means the person, those who are practicing generosity, those who are generous, what they do, they beautify their character with one of the qualities of God. So children, what we should do? We should be generous towards others. Okay? We should be generous, we should be kind, we should help others, we should share our things with others. We should not think that when we will give the thing to others, we will not be with that thing. It might be possible that we can get more things, okay, and better things than that. So how would you act generously in the following situations? Younger brother needs help with his studies. Then children, what you should do in this case? So in this case, what we should do? We should help our younger brother. It is not that when we are sharing our knowledge, it will become less. It will increase. A student in your class has forgotten her lunch. So what you will do? You will share your lunch with that child. Okay? Because at that time she might be hungry, your friend might be hungry. So what you should do? You should share your lunch so that she also feels happy. Now, an earthquake has occurred in another country and they are collecting donations from people to send to the victims. Then what you will do in that case? In that case, we will donate some of our money to the people, those who have come for help, so that these money, the donations, they can be sent to the people, okay, to the victims, those who need the money. In this way, we can be generous. So thank you children, and practice generosity, be kind, be generous.